thumbnail, but
All right.
yep, it's on. All right. Let's start out by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Ruach HaKodesh. Welcome to another live lesson. The name of this one is Babylon is Turning into a Danger Zone. And pretty much, we were listening to that guy, I forget his name, from Full Spectrum Survival. And he pretty much was speaking on America and how America's pretty much, he didn't say the word danger zone, but it's turning into that. It's like you're pretty much, people are starting to be afraid to go into certain places. Like when you go to these different countries, there's certain places you don't dare venture into, because things are getting bad. Things are starting to, get real bad. And then, you have the migrants that are coming up here, which, they got a lot of, you got some that are really, sincere, they're just looking for a better life. And then you have others pretty much that are just, they're just scumbags, lowlifes, and they're just coming up here, to make people's lives miserable. And with them cats like that have no morals, you give them a few dollars and they'll do whatever the hell you want them to do, But we want to go into is the book of 2nd Ezra. We're going to start at the 15th chapter, and then we're going to jump around, probably go to the 16th chapter.
I was already on the 16th.
All right, well, if you got something, bring it out. Yeah, bring out what you got. Yeah, because we at the point now, we're at pretty much at the tipping point of prophecy, where everything is coming to pass. And when Jacob's trouble comes, it's going to be like a mountain or a tsunami or a tidal wave, a juggernaut. It starts small and it gains force. It starts gaining force. Like an avalanche. It starts off small, but as it's going downhill, it starts gaining more and more force. So that's what we see happening right now in America, and around the world, because it's the prophecies that are popping off worldwide. So if you got it, bro.
2nd Ezra 16 and 17. It says, "Woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days?"
Right. So the prophet Ezra said, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Why? Because things are going to get so bad. You have to understand that what we seeing now and what's coming, the prophets actually saw it. So what we seeing now and what's coming already happened, but like in another dimension. So they saw all of this, and you talk about 4K, you talking about all of these high def picture screens and all that. That ain't shit compared to the in living color that the Lord showed the prophets. So when he saw the devastation and the things that are going to be happening and the chaos that's going to be all over the world, they're going to be like it's going to be bad. That's why he said, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? You got it.
It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings.
Right, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. Remember, Yahushua spoke about the same thing. He said, when you see wars and rumors of wars and famines and pestilence and diverse earthquakes in diverse places, these are just the beginning of sorrows. So we're pretty much just seeing like the very beginning, touches of Jacob's trouble, and it's crazy because people talk shit about it because we reference movies, a lot of movies to things that are coming. And then when you look at these movies that were made, like let's say 70s and 80s and 90s and the early 2000s and so on and so forth, you're coming up to that where there's lawlessness, that has a semblance of law and order, and that's what we see happening right now. And people at this point now are really used to a lot of this shit, that the way that it is, and they're not used to something running, properly, so to speak. But it's gonna get worse. If y'all got any points I want to make,
basically functioning in chaos, man.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. coming.
And they don't really see what's coming. You know, basically, some of the masses are still asleep. You know, and that's why the day of the Lord is going to be so great on these people, man. You know, can I get this up real quick?
Bring it out.
This is Isaiah 47:8 real quick. It says, "Therefore, hear now this, are given to pleasures," right? And that's talking about, you know, these people, man. You know, whether it's the social media, they going to clubs, you know, and clubs. What else?
You know, I mean, different, but just,
you know,
gallivanting.
Indulging in food, like you got these people on the internet, right? Where they just where people just watch and eat, you know, which is wicked as all hell. It says, "Therefore, hear now this, thou art given to pleasures that dwellest scarcely, that says in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me, and shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children." So these people, they don't know about you know, judgment or real judgment, you know,
right?
Like the things that be going on in these third world countries, man, you know. Because who was that? Was it Venezuela? They sent all those violent prisoners to the border.
Yep.
You know, so they used to hardcore crime or doing hardcore crime. Trump even made a statement. He said, "Hey, America is going to see different kind of you know, crimes or whatever, because these people are used to being vicious, you know."
Yeah.
It said, which I'm gonna stop right there. Right?
Yeah, and that's pretty much the thing. See, when you deal with the average American, you know, you know, Jake's been in the hood, you know, they've been in the ghettos, the barrios, you know, dealt with it, drive-bys, you dealt with, you know, certain violent crimes and things of that nature, but you ain't deal with the shit that you did that these other Jakes deal with in these so-called Latin American countries, you know, or corporations. You know, so there's a lot of shit that goes on, a lot of violent shit. Them motherfuckers, they need destruction too down there. You know, they'll take a motherfucker, just cut their head off, just for sport. You know, so Jake here is not used to that kind of violence. So when that shit, you know, really pops off, you're gonna see a lot of these guys that act like they hard and, you know, play that hard, you know, stare you down, look hard at you. They're gonna fold in that thing. There's gonna be very few Jakes out there that's gonna be really, you know, really about that life, so to speak. You know.
Another thing, like the soldiers that they sending over here, right? Because they send the people from India and Africa. They're used to what I'm looking for.
They're used to that hardness, that hard life.
Stabilized countries where it's always civil war and shit like that.
Yep.
They used to those things, man. You know. So hey, they gonna fit right on in, all right? Or they gonna get it in, you know.
Yeah.
Did anybody else?
I got 2nd Ezra 15, and I'm gonna start at verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." So all over America, pretty much, you know, all over America and amongst other countries, you've been seeing upheavals amongst these other countries, but the scriptures speak about Babylon being the golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Right.
And in that cup, that Babylon, which is, you know, AKA America, is going to get its judgment last. You know, so now you got all these people in here that are like the brother said, they're used to living in third world countries. You got people that come out of countries where they will skin you. They will fill a tire full of gas and put it over your head and around you and set you on fire.
Oh yeah.
And they got people that'll, you know, they'll cut your head off. Well, they'll wear a mask and they'll cut your head off on video.
Yeah.
They got those people over here.
Yep.
And you know, this whole destabilization. And also they got the sleepers. We can't forget about the sleepers. You know, but all this destabilization is going to come to a head, and shit just going to break out. This is this is
That's
verse.
what the scriptures say, that the Lord said about with Judah, who shall rouse them up? Because once the Most High rouses up Judah, so-called Negroes, then he's going to fill the boat with Ephraim, so-called Puerto Ricans, which really represents Judah and Ephraim, but it also represents all of the tribes coming together, because all of the tribes are here in America, Babylon the Great. You got it.
It says, "For there shall be some sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard kings nor princes."
Just like that senator in Ohio, right? He basically said, look, if Trump don't get in office, he said, look, we're gonna have civil war. He just said it straight up, man. Like, look, we're gonna go to war, man.
Yeah.
You know, and they ready for it, man.
Hey, and you notice that movie that came out not too long ago,
Right.
Civil War.
Yep.
You know, but that's just a coincidence. You know, y'all got it.
Okay. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." So right now, you got everybody that's being held back by the thought of being jailed or locked up, or the police coming to get them. But eventually, people are just gonna fucking lose it. It ain't gonna be no order. It ain't gonna be no police. Ain't gonna be no 911. Right now, they hold a whole bunch of states are saying, look, unless you're fucking shot in the neck and dying, or unless unless it's a motherfucker standing over you in the bed, don't call us.
Well, you know, in a minute, 911 don't need 911.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Was you done, Tomas?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, I got some.
And then we could go back to that,
Jeremiah 51.
Sirach 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance,
oh yeah.
which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of their destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Yeah, so these guys that's coming over here, those are, spirits. That's what created for vengeance, man. They came over here to basically, let's just say, purge, And guess what? They put out three or four of those movies.
Yeah,
Purge.
Yeah.
It says,
Yeah, they even got a series
Yeah.
on, what is it? I don't know if it's Netflix or Prime.
I think it was on Hulu.
Hulu? Okay, yeah, they got that shit out there, and then you had people that were coming from Europe, different European countries coming to America to purge. That one purge election year,
Mm-hmm.
you had people that were from different places coming to America to purge.
See?
And then you had the last one that they had was the Forever Purge. So hey, man,
It says fire.
lawlessness. Yeah, you got it.
It says fire and hail and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction.
Yeah, and don't be surprised if the Lord puts a spirit on these animals to come out, out of their habitat and start fucking these people up too. You got to understand, this is the judgment of the Most High. This is His judgment that He's bringing upon the earth. Remember, back during the time of Noah, it said that the earth was full of wickedness. It was just so wicked that the Most High was grieved, with the creation. And what He do? He caused that flood. But before He brought the flood, He had His prophet Noah out there telling them that these things were coming, and for them to prepare themselves, and they took it light. That's why Yahushua said, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be in these days today. And you see the same exact thing going on today, but it's even more wicked. Because when the Lord showed the prophet Ezra the wickedness of the world, it was super wicked during his time. So that was, about, let's say, 2,500 years ago? So how much more wicked is it now today than back then? And the Lord said that when the earth was wicked, He brought the flood, He brought the destruction. This time the earth is they're just doing whatever the fuck they want to do. And when the Lord brings this destruction, this devastation, that's why it's going to be so horrible. That's why it says that the whole earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunkard. Mm-hmm. So what is going to make the earth do that? these nuclear missiles that's going to be pelting, you know, on the surface of the earth all around the world, especially here in America. You know, and what would make the Lord be so angry that he would do something like that, that he would have the prophet Habakkuk saying, Lord, were you mad at the streams? Are you mad at the trees? Are you mad at this or that or the other? Because that's the indignation of the Lord that he's been holding back. That's why it says he's long suffering. He's been wanting to take this place out, but he has to, you know, he's held to his word. That's why he hasn't really tore this place apart, because he's held to his word. So he has to, you know, keep his word. That's why he's suffering these devils. We want these devils gone, but you don't want them gone. We don't want them gone as bad as the Most High does. But he is bound by his word. Y'all got it.
Just to back you up real quick, Genesis 6 and 11. Because the earth the earth also was corrupt before Yahweh, and the earth was filled with violence.
Right, it was corrupt, just like today. You know, and back then the laws were oral, so they knew about certain things you weren't supposed to do in general. So today they got what? They got the Bible. That's why in the parable of Lazarus and the rich man, you know, the rich man said, you know, send one of my brethren back, you know, that they may warn the people from this place, you know, of torment, which is slavery. What did the angel say, or what did they tell him? He said, they have Moses and the prophets. Let them hear them. So you have the prophets out here. You have the word, the Bible, which they claim to uphold, but they're not following that. You see? So the world is corrupt, because you know what to do, you know the right thing to do, but you're not going to do it because you're not wired like that. But the Lord is making you do this because he's setting you up as an example, you know, of building you up like he did Pharaoh, to bring you down and bring a total devastation to the earth, to bring fame to his name once again.
Yep, and every good idea that you think that you have is going to add to the destruction of this place. You may think that, well, we need to, you know, we need to create this, or we need to make that, and it's just going to add to the more degradation, you know, man, because the Lord is fulfilling what he said, and this place is going to go down, and it's falling little by little at this point, but the Lord is about to fast track the destruction. Oh, yeah. That's why you know, that example of Lot being fast tracked out of Sodom and Egypt. Sodom and Gomorrah. Yep. But the Lord said this is Sodom and Egypt. Yeah. You know, so the Lord is going to fast track everything to you know. He said for the elect's sake. Yeah. You know,
unless those days be short, and there shall no flesh be left to be saved. Yeah. But for the elect's sake, you got to speedy
obedience. Speedy obedience. You know, so the Lord is just going to start fast tracking everything to where you know the prophecies, all the prophecies will be fulfilled, and we're going to be looking for the coming of the Lord, man. It's real soon, man.
That's what the scriptures say. Hasten in the day, the captive exile hastens that he may be loose, and they should not die in the pit. Mm-hmm. This place is geared to destroy your soul, destroy your spirit, destroy your body, destroy your physical being, destroy every goddamn thing, man. The minds of the people, you know, the morals. This place does not stand for anything righteous. This place does not stand for the Most High. When they say in God we trust, they're talking about Satan. They're talking about the demons. You know, that's why the Lord's going to take this place out of here, so that the kingdom, when it's established in righteousness, then, you know, the earth can go back to healing. The world can go back to healing, you know? And the Russians are not going to come against us once we dwell in safety in the land of Israel. You know? Okay. So y'all got it.
It says the earth also was corrupt before Yahweh, and the earth was filled with violence.
Right. You know what the scriptures say in Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, I believe that's the 29th verse. It says, you know, that the Lord created man upright, but he sought out many inventions. So they know what to do, you know, but, you know, they're not geared to do the right thing. May you do good that are accustomed to doing evil.
The spirit that is in him is not upright.
That's right.
You know? And this place is just all about pleasure. You know, it's all about the man.
Yep.
You know, and that's why the Lord gonna burn up your flesh. You know, that's basically world with his bullshit.
Yep.
You know, so that's why the Lord got to take it out, man. And he is, all right.
Oh yeah.
As it is written. You know.
Hey, it says if this present world doesn't go down, the next world will not be able to be established. I'm just merely paraphrasing.
Like the book of Ezra.
Yep.
You gotta be rooted out, man.
That's it.
Which is rightfully so for all the different atrocities this place did, man. You know.
Yeah.
Since this place have actually been established, it haven't not seen no years of war.
Oh yeah.
You know.
That they were created for that. Pretty much, the scriptures speak about in Revelation the 6th chapter. You know about matter of fact, Revelation 3 or 4. You know, bring it out.
Just that's why it's good to hear that killer with the sword must be killed with the sword.
There you go.
You see? Here we go here.
And then we'll get back to that.
6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Right. So the horse that was red, horse represents power. Red, that's Esau's color. The Edomites are red, and it said he was given power to do what? To take peace from the earth. You see? And since America's been established, there hasn't been that much peace. And since they've been established and set up, they've been causing all of this confusion and destruction, and wars all over the planet. That's why now all these different nations are tired of this whole, and they are like, you know what, man, we know that there are problems in the world. We know that there's sufferings in certain situations that are causing the mourning of the world. But the main culprit for that is America. That
Yeah. That's why the scripture said but and then there was another scripture where thy hurtful works are fulfilled.
Beautiful. Yep.
Yep. Everything that you created through your oppression to better your world, you're gonna start receiving payment for it. Hey, another thing, man, like now the Lord is taking the wisdom away from these people. Yep. Now they rule in this country, and they don't have the wisdom to save the country.
Yeah.
But what do? With every decision they make, they ram the face of this country into the mud. Everything that they do is a fucking curse, and just sweep them out the way. The Lord is gonna come. Like the elder said, he gonna make a speedy. Like the elder said, he gonna make a speedy riddance.
Yeah.
Of this place, man. And the kingdom is gonna be taken by violence. Because the Lord gonna.
Thus, with violence, shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Come on. So, man, that's the times we're in right now. That's the times we're in.
What you were doing with Revelation, you want to go back to Revelation 6th chapter.
Yeah. Let's read that one more again, and then you can go back to Genesis too.
Okay.
It's Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another.
Right, and you see that happening, that they should kill one another, and that's also speaking about these class wars, race wars, civil wars, and all of that. Because it comes to a point where when the government becomes so wicked and the people get tired of dealing with this shit, the people rebel against that government. You have these seditions, insurrections,
Mm-hmm.
and civil war is just that. It's the people fed up with the government, so they're trying to get rid of these tyrants, and these tyrannical spirits like Yum inside joke. They're trying to get rid of these tyrants so that they can get some type of semblance of peace. You got it.
And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and they should kill one another, and there was given to him a great sword.
Right, and that great sword is what? their military power that they have. Like you have your the actual sword, and you have different weapons. You have guns, so-called guns. You have your tanks, but ultimately the ultimate sword that the Lord blessed this devil with are those missiles, because that's what was a game changer. See, because when Einstein saw the capabilities that this new technology that they were putting together, these scientists in Germany were putting together, to destroy, to bring about this these bombs. He came and had a meeting with, I believe it was FDR, and he told him about it, and that's why America started getting into I forgot. They started building, these missiles, and America was the one that really established it, set it up, dropped those series of bombs in Japan, and that is what brought total fear upon the whole entire planet Earth. And that caused Russia to really step their game up to building this bomb, because they said, look, we need something to be able to fight against that. All the way till today, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, where you see, the arsenals, of these nations, these superpowers with nuclear technology, and whatever capability. So, y'all got it. You want to go back to Genesis? Yeah, is there more on that?
Oh, yeah, it's a little bit more, yeah. Genesis 6 and I'll start from 12. And Yahweh looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt. For all flesh had corrupted itself upon the earth. Right? Even now, you got the Letterman jacket people, you got people that's calling themselves by these different pronouns, all that bull crap. Basically, everybody's mind is fucking polluted, man. So the Lord really got to take this place out, man. Because basically these people, they too far in, they can't get right,
Yeah, and you know what? Like now, it's to the point now that they've been defiling these kids behind the scenes, but now they want to make it public. They want to publicly a 50-year-old man get with a 7-year-old girl or a 7-year-old boy. They want to make it. They want to make it public now. They want to defile the children to the point where you'll be seeing like an 8-year-old with a 45-year-old as a couple and married.
Yeah, they try to normalize that.
Yeah.
Hey, because that's why these devils, right, in the Congress, what were they doing? They were bigging up the alphabet people. Giving them rights, give them rights. Why? Because eventually that L to the G to the B to the Q, they added a P at the end of that.
Well, you seen the shit they had for the Olympics? What they they presented at the Olympics, they had nothing but Transformers up there.
Yeah. Well, what's that, brother?
There was a child up there too.
And you know what they did? They actually made a mockery of the Last Supper, all them LGBTQ, XYZ, all that. So that's like a slap in the face. They trying to, it's like a slap in the face to the Lord. But go ahead, keep on doing what you're doing. That's why that devil Noah Harari, whatever the hell his name is, he said we could piss God off as much as we want, because now we have the technology to be able to, change the weather. So all of that, in like the scriptures say, they shall be like the Most High. All of that shit is bringing more and more, heaping more and more coals of fire on their head for when the Lord brings this place down. So now, when you start to put all this stuff together, now you see why the Lord said that his anger and his indignation is burning hot against this place. So when he lets loose, now we understand scriptures like what we were reading earlier about Ezra, when he said, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? Because the Lord is going to let out everything. He's going to let out all his frustration. But he ain't even going to let all of his frustration. He's going to let it out. But if the Lord was to really let out all his frustration, this place will be gone.
Yep, we've only seen so many demonstrations of the Lord's power.
Yeah.
You know, like like certain earthquakes where over 50,000 people died. The great death, you know, is what's coming, man. Great death.
Yeah, if the Lord wanted, he could just make a whole state sink.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, those like when 50,000 people die and all that, that's like a little stroke from the Lord's pinky.
Yeah.
You know?
It's lightweight.
Yeah. So y'all got it.
All right, you wanted that,
Oh, we could go back to Second Ezra.
you can go back?
Yeah. I mean, unless you got something else.
Okay, you go
Oh yeah, Habakkuk. Bring Habakkuk out. Yeah, because we were speaking about the alphabet people and how they're trying to normalize it. They had something called Mambla.
Minor attractive persons.
Yeah, pretty much, right. So they went from the P to the O to the file to minor attracted, you know, people to make it sound more, you know, more euphemistic. You got it?
It says, I start from, let me see, I start from 15. Second Ezra's 15, 2 and 15. I said, Habakkuk 2 and 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink.
Right, and you know what that is? These devils, they portray a certain lifestyle on television, you know, in these different commercials, and you know, in music, in movies, and then you see Jake doing this, but it's like you got a person that doesn't want to drink, and you keep putting the bottle to his mouth and keep making him drink, and then you say, look, this motherfucker drunk. You know, but you made him drink it.
Yeah.
You made him do that. So by you pushing all this shit out there, you're the one behind the scenes doing that, and you know that how the mind works. These are subliminals, and those subliminals eventually get a person to start acting on those things. You know, that's why you do it today. Boys wasn't feminine like they are today, and the girls were not masculine like they are today. This is an idea that you've pushed out there. Then you've taken the food, corrupted the food, added all different type of additives into it, weaponized it, yep, and then which creates more testosterone in women and more estrogen in men. And you see a total role reversal. But then you're gonna turn around and blame the look, Lord, look what your people are doing. Yeah, but you the one that pushed that. So read that again.
It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink. That thou mayest look on their nakedness.
And that's what you're doing. When you see Jake out there, because your thing is you got these celebrities which are lesser luminaries, and luminaries are doing your rituals on TV, the Super Bowl, you know, the Olympics and all of that. But you're the one pushing them to do that because they work for you. Then you turn around and blame Jake for the things that you are responsible for giving them. See? You got it.
It says, thou art filled with shame for glory.
Right, because the way you got America is shameful. You know, the slavery was shameful. And these things are things that when you try to go and try to get in other people's business, other so-called European countries, other so-called, you know, among the Russians and all that, you try to get into their business, they'll throw that shit back in your face. And there's not a damn thing you could do or say about it because it's something that everyone knows about. Everyone knows how you got this land.
And everything he do is about violence and deceit.
There you go.
Everything, you know, everything. Like he was just talking about, you know, thing with the TV and all that. You know, it's all deceit.
Yeah.
It's not never straight up. You know, he gonna keep putting this shit on the TV or like the shit that he doing on the radio. He keep on playing the same song on the radio until you can't get it stuck out your head.
Right.
So what? He gonna keep putting what homosexuality on TV? What? Till you like it.
Right. And the thing about it is not you're not just only pushing it heavy. You got these aliens. You know, these things out there that are gonna, you know, not only are they you know bold with the shit, but they're gonna make you accept the shit.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna accept it whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they're like them motherfuckers are getting aggressive.
Love and all that weird shit.
And now it's to the point where you You a man that's straight, and a fucking punk will try to approach you and give you shit, give you kissy face looks and shit, man. Yeah, it's getting dangerous, man. You know, like, man, because I want to jump on a nigga's head, man. Like, you know, like, grunt and pound the nigga, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, man, like, it's getting to the point now where, you know, like, you know, these they're finding weirdos, you know, fathers that have daughters, they have with their daughters, they finding weirdos in the girls' bathroom. They'll have like a weirdo in the girls' bathroom. You got to sing your fucking daughter in there, man.
You got to do like a military sweep before you go into the goddamn bathroom, man.
Yeah.
Daughter or child, period.
You got to start finding places where they got the private restroom where you can kind of like guard the door.
Yeah.
You know, because
it's a single. Now you got it.
Yeah, no, that's weirdos hanging out in the fucking women's bathroom waiting for kids to come in there. See?
But that's the shit that these devils are pushing out there. That's that shameful spewing. You got grown ass fucking men with mustache and beard with a fucking goddamn wig on and a goddamn dress on with some goddamn high heels and lipstick. What the fuck, man? You know, talking about that, just like act like you're a woman. And if I don't accept that you're a woman, then you can charge, you know, you can charge people and get them locked up.
Hate crime.
Yeah. Shit, man, that's what the Most High is gonna burn this motherfucker down to the root.
Yep. He's gonna dry up the river. He's gonna dry up the lakes.
Yeah, what's the name of the lesson? I forget. Well, you know that is the fitting title.
Hey.
But you got it, brother.
Babylon is turning into a danger zone.
Yeah. And that danger zone is gonna be burnt to a nuclear crisp.
It says,
Lord's gonna make it crispy.
Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, that thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee.
Right, and that's why you're being discovered now. The veil is being pulled off. And they're really starting to see you for who you really are. You know, because during the Renaissance, you deceived the whole world. But now people are starting to see that deception that you had, that deceptive grip you had on the world, is you're losing that grip. You know,
about in Isaiah, he's going to destroy the covering cast of the people.
That's the one.
You know?
Yep, that's
and the
right.
Lord is what he started with the men of the Lord. Man.
Yeah,
You know?
and that's exactly who it is. It's the prophets that's exposing you, and your foreskin is being uncovered, and the world is seeing your nakedness. You know, and it's not good. You got it.
It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory."
Right, and that's why the world is starting to see you for who you really are, because that shameful spewing is on your glory. That's why you becoming a laughing stock. And this whole, you know, whether it's set up or not with this bumbling idiot Biden, you know, whether it's set up, you know, whether it's fake or not, it's just showing the world your folly, and it's pretty much going in line with prophecy. Because you never had a president back in the days that would make America look that fucking bad. And if they ever did, guess what? They would be removed out of office. You know, every president that was in there, they had a certain upkeep, a certain way that they had to be, a certain persona. They couldn't be no bumbling idiot.
Yeah.
You know? But now that America's going down, you had this clown, and then you had a vice president, an Elamite vice president. You know, this shit is a big fucking joke. You know, what's that? Okay, go ahead.
It says, which that was the end of that.
Okay, so that's good. So what else y'all got?
Genesis 16 and 13.
Second Ezra, right?
Yeah, then second Ezra. And Yahweh said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come.
Oh, Genesis.
Yeah, the end of all flesh has come before me.
And that's exactly what we're saying today. The Lord is saying that again today through the prophets. The end of all flesh is coming, you know, before my face. this time, it's not going to be everybody, because you're going to have survivors and stragglers all over the world, you know, and the elect are going to be saved. But there's going to be a major, because the scriptures say in Isaiah 66 that the slain of the Lord shall be many in that day. So you're going to have a lot of dead bodies all over the world, but America is going to be totally annihilated. You got it.
It says, right, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth.
Yeah, that's right.
That was the end of that. So,
and did the Lord destroy the earth? He didn't. The earth was still intact, but everything that was on it was destroyed. You see? Same thing like today, when the Lord said he's going to utterly destroy the earth today, meaning the power structures of the world are going to be taken down, including Russia.
that's right.
Was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, y'all got anything else?
Yeah, go back to Ezra. Right?
Okay.
Second Ezra 16 and hold on, which is a lot of. It says Second Ezra 16 and 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of war. The powers shall stand in fear.
And what are the powers? The powers are these government structures, you know, including Russia. They're going to be standing in fear. Go ahead.
The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness.
Right. So pretty much the prophets are out and telling the world what's going on, giving the scenario of the end. They're bringing out the mysteries and prophecies of the scriptures, breaking them down. But the world is still wicked. They're not turning away from what they're doing. Neither will they. Yeah, that's right. You got it.
It says, let me see. Yeah, behold, famine, plague, great tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for an amendment. But for all these things, they should not turn from their wickedness, nor be mindful of the scourges.
Right.
Which I can stop right there.
You know, and no matter what the Lord does to this place, they're not going to turn around from it. Is there any more? Or is it to the end there, or is that the main point?
Yeah, I made the point.
All right. Y'all got anything else? Bring it out. Bring it out.
There's the book of 2 Peter chapter 3. Now start at verse 9. It says, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise,
Yep.
as some men count slackness.
That's right.
Is long suffering to us, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
That's dealing with the Israelites, you know. And pretty much right now, the only ones that's going to be saved are the elect. Good?
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise,
That's right.
and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
This is the second death, and they show you the different movies where they show you scenarios and scenes of movies of buildings and people and cars and everything being swept with the scripture says with the abysm of destruction, which is the wall of fire, nuclear fire. You got it.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
Right.
Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, persons.
It's holy conversation. Holy conversation is what we're doing now, speaking about the things that are coming. You know, what can an Israelite do, you know, to be delivered from what's coming? Because you have to know what's coming to be prepared. So first and foremost, you have to be you have to be an Israelite. You have to be a part of the elect, and then you have to do the works of the Lord. And then eventually, if you're a part of the elect, you will be delivered. When everybody else is going to be destroyed here on the soils of America. You got it.
Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High.
Which a lot of you guys out there not doing. A lot of you are not hasting for the destruction. You're not hasting for the day of the Lord. You're not hasting for the kingdom of heaven. Because a lot of you Israelites got comfortable. The social media, you know, and the Cash App and the chats and the super chat and whatever, all this shit, all this money coming in, you done got comfortable. So you don't care if this place goes on another 100 years because you're in your comfort.
They wanted to. They planned for college and all this crazy ass shit, man.
No? Is there more
like,
on that, brother?
Like you would
What's
think
up?
with all this. No, it's good. So, you think with all this shit going on, you come to your senses, or at least try to stack around with some food or something, because destruction is coming. You got people that literally planning for a future in this filthy place, man.
Yeah.
Which is crazy,
Yeah, which proves that they're not hastening the day. Especially these Jakes. And the thing is, you can understand Jake in the world because they may not know, they may have not run into an Israelite, and find out what's going on in the end of the world. But the ones that are Israelites that know that they're Israelites, that are teaching about Israel, to have that attitude, shows that they have no fear of the Lord. They're not looking for the end of the world. They're not looking for the total collapse of society. They're not looking for the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yep.
They're not warning the people of the MOTV.
No, you said Jacob's trouble. Like there's no people that say there ain't gonna be no Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
Purple people eaters.
Goddamn.
Yeah, but hey, you said it. Hey, all these things are gonna come in that fullness on the planet Earth, man, and a lot of people are gonna be taken. Like I said, ain't nobody preparing mentally to deal with what's coming. Everybody else is planning to keep going on in this place.
That's right.
So the scriptures speak about when they're gonna be taken suddenly.
Yeah.
When these things come, like it's gonna actually be a surprise to a lot of these niggas when this government falls, when the economy breaks. It's gonna catch a lot of people off guard, man. But hey, that's the times we're living in. Hey, we don't even know the full extent of how injured this economy is.
Oh yeah.
All we know is it's bad, and then a lot of allies for this country have joined up with BRICS or made other factions. So now this country, which is already on a decline, is looking for a way. Is frantically looking for a way to save itself, but every decision it makes is more failure. So, hey, it's beautiful, man. How the Lord orchestrated all of this. Beautiful.
That's right. You got more, brother?
No, this
Yes.
is. Oh, you.
Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of our God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Yeah, so that's what's coming. And that's going to be the second death, or the lake of fire. Not no place you go and burn forever. The lake of fire is the destruction from nuclear missiles and the lasers from the chariots. And that's another thing, the chariots. When the chariots appear, and they really, because people are seeing little hints of them, but you're seeing mostly dots, and you're not really seeing anything, like super clear, but you're seeing certain lights in the heavens, and people are like bugging out. But wait till you see when they actually appear, and you can actually see the whole shape of it. And they actually see lasers coming out of it and blowing people up. So that's it. So just imagine that shit, man. Like the scriptures say, men's hearts failing them for fear, for looking at the things that are coming upon the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So the earth is going to be already fucked up. It's going to be all kind of chaos and anarchy going on worldwide. Then you have these wars. You're going to have World War III in the fray. Then you're going to have the chariots. Man, that's why I said there shall never be a time like this ever again. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I got a scripture. This is Isaiah 13, and I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, "How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand.
That's right.
It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty." It says, "Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt." It says, "And they shall be afraid, and pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them." So basically summing up everything we've been saying.
Yeah.
It says, "They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames." They're going to be amazed because they put all their hope in this place, and their hope is going to forsake them.
Right.
They're gonna be in pangs because they didn't have faith. They don't believe. You know, it's gonna be a shift somewhere in this place where you're gonna know that the man of the Lord is with them.
Yep.
You're gonna know that every demon, every nigga that ain't right, the Lord ain't with them.
Yep.
It says,
Then shall they know that the prophet has been among us.
No. All this back and forth shit. That's why the spirit ain't on nobody to really deal with it, because eventually the Lord is gonna start talking.
Oh yeah.
This the time we in, bro.
Yep. Eventually, there ain't gonna be no talking. It ain't gonna be no fucking debating. It's gonna be your ass getting kicked out here.
Oh yeah.
It says,
It's gonna get
Hold on,
nasty.
Ivory's on Real, you guys video. When you get cut, when you get killed. And the most high where you hit, where they use scream. Ah!
That's right. The scripture say in mine here. That's right. That's right. That's right.
This is verse 9. It says, "Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it."
That's right.
You know? So, hey, the Lord is going to be cruel to you niggas, man. The Lord is going to be cruel to this place. You know? And it ain't going to be no change. Ain't going to be no, you know, now I want to be forgiven. Now I'll serve you. That's going to be out the window when the Lord comes down with that judgment. When this thing really opens up, and we believe I believe the elect are sealed. You know? I believe that the elect are sealed because things are speeding up.
Yeah, things are speeding up.
You know? So hey, when the Lord come with this judgment, you know, people just gonna be left out there through. You know, and all the thing regarded is gonna come to naught. The gods that let the gods that you made, let them rise up and save your ass. You know?
Dig it.
when it's a band of so-called refugees kicking your front door.
Yeah.
You know, with assault rifles. No, get to the money. You know, let's get to the money. You know, they're gonna take you out. They're gonna take you out, all right, out of this world.
Yeah.
You know, they were trying to pass a law that the motherfuckers could buy guns, man.
Yeah. I think they.
No, but they ain't pass it though.
Oh.
But they was trying to. They was trying to allow them to buy guns, man.
Hey.
Which guns in America is not hard to get.
No, it's not.
It's almost like going to the goddamn grocery store. It's not hard to get a gun in America, man. You know?
Yes, sir. Anybody got anything else?
I got some.
Bring it up.
There's the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18 in the NLT. And it says, "What sorrow awaits you who say, if only the day of the Lord were here? You have no idea what you are wishing for." That day will bring darkness, not light. And that day you will be like a man who runs from a lion, only to be the bear. Escaping from the bear, you will lean your hand against the wall, and you will be bitten by a snake.
Yeah, so pretty much you're gonna go from you might escape one calamity, another calamity is gonna be waiting you. You know, and those of the people out there that are not gonna be delivered, if you escape everything, you know, you escape, you know, famine, you escape, you know, all this stuff that's gonna happen in America and around the world, you're gonna be met by those missiles. Bottom line. So is that it? Anybody got anything else?
I got 20, got one last verse.
All right, go ahead, bring it out.
Yes, the day of the Lord will be dark and hopeless, without a ray or joy of hope.
That's it. The only ones that's gonna have hope are the elect. You know, so with that, you know, let's just, you know, say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Wakab Dash. I hope some of you, you know, I hope you brothers and sisters have been edified. Until the next time we say, Shalom.